Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are diving into RAG in AI concept. The full form of RAG is a retrieval augmented generation. A RAG is a powerful technique that helps AI model fetch a real-time knowledge and give a smarter, more accurate answer. So before I cover this slide, let me start from the scratch, from the first slide. As I said, RAG is augmented generation, a technique that improves AI responses. AI responses might be hallucinating, right? So there is a biggest problem in AI models are like hallucination, right? So RAG will help us overcome from that hallucination. It combines search plus text generation. Okay, I will cover I'll explain how it is done, how we can implement the RAG, and in the next video I will be showing how the RAG can be implemented, okay, using LangChain. All right, so fundamental blocks, we need to connect the dots. Basically we should understand why do we need RAG and how the RAG works. Okay, there is a slide, there is a architecture diagram I will explain. So stay tuned, watch this video till the end. Why do we need a RAG? So LLM have limitation, as I said, a limited knowledge after a training cutoff. Suppose any text-based model is trained till 2025, so it will not have the latest knowledge. Okay, because the training is already over, and it doesn't have the sense or kind of knowledge around that. So it will start hallucinating. Okay, it will give some random or inappropriate response. So it can hallucinate, make up the answer. It cannot access private or updated data. It will not be able to access our internal company database and all. So which is why we need a RAG to give some kind of access or authority to LLM to access the private data using RAG. Okay, so that is the reason we need RAG. Next, what is the retrieval augmented generation? What exactly a RAG is? So RAG connects AI model. As I said, it will not have the access to your company database or your internal sources, data sources, right? So with the help of RAG, we will connect AI models to external data source. In the first step, it will retrieve relevant documents, and then it will generate the answer using a retrieved info. Okay, so it will query the internal documents, and then LLM will generate the response using the retrieved info. So that is how the retrieval and then augmentation. So it will retrieve from the internal and then augment, and then LLM will generate. So that is how this uh, what is a RAG is all about. Okay, then how RAG actually works, as I explained. So user, I will show you this in the diagram going forward in the next slide. But yeah, concept wise, theoretically, like you can, as a user, you can ask a question. Okay, then if the RAG is implemented right in your business model, in your business application, then system searches knowledge bases. Okay, so it will be your query, your system will start searching, semantical search will be made, and it will search against the knowledge base, internal database. So relevant information will be retrieved from those internal databases, and then it will be given to the LLM. So LLM will be generating the final answer and give the response back to the user. Okay, so this is how it works basically, and this is more elaborative slide. I'll cover both. So user will be sending query, and this query will actually then system will actually perform the semantical search and get the information retrieved from the knowledge base or database. Basically, source of truth is the internal database. Then relevant document, it will be retrieving the information from the relevant documents, and then it will be adding that information, that answer or to the query user may have. It will go to the LLM, and then LLM, based on the massive data pre-trained LLM that is trained on the massive data set, it will be having your context basically, this relevant doc plus query will be your context to the LLM, and then it will generate the response and give the response back to the user in the chatbot or whatever interface it may have, Grady or anything of that, front end basically. Then this is the more elaborative. As I said, like user may have the question, right? What are the benefits of RAG? So before this, basically what we have to do, and the whatever data source we have, we have to just split that data base. Basically, it may have your txt file or some web pages or knowledge base, basically data bases, right? Your Mongo, your MySQL, Postgres, MS SQL, right? Oracle, API, DB. So this may have the information. This is the data source, and this is not known to the public. Okay. Now here, when we are implementing RAG, we will be actually splitting the document. We will be fetching. We will be actually injecting the documents. We will be then splitting the into the chunks, and there will be chunk size. Okay, so number of suppose like chunk size is like 1000 character per chunk, or maybe 10 character or 10 words per chunk. So those will be that document will be split into several chunks, a number of chunks, and for every chunk there will be embedding, right, associated. So when you are using OpenAI or Hugging Face model, embedding model, it will be converting your chunks into the embedding vectors. Okay, and it will store the information into the vector DB. Okay, so there is a Facebook AI similarity search, or Pinecone or Chroma. These are the some example of the vector DB. So that information, that chunks will be converted to the embedding models, and they will be converted to the embedding vector, and that will be stored here in the vector DB. So information will be stored in such a way that it will have the vector ID and the chunks and the respective metadata. Okay, so this particular chunks embedding represents to this chunk. And then whenever a user asks some question, right, so I will cover in the next video how this embedding actually works, what kind of linear algebra and this regression and the line and the probability comes into the picture to form the embedding. I will cover in the next video. I will upload in this playlist. So meanwhile, when the user, everything is stored in the vector DB, then the user asks the query, what are the benefits of RAG? Then it will enable your LLM to search from the vector DB basically. Okay, let us go to this. Let us flow this information or query to the embedding model. Then the embedding, there will be query vector. So your query will be split into the multiple tokens, right? So what are the benefits of RAG? RAG will have some kind of numbering and the embedding also. The query vector will have this information, query conversion. Okay, embedding will be done here in this. Then it will be updating the query vector basically for each token, whatever you ask, right, that will convert it to embedding model again, the way you have stored the information into the vector DB. Similarly, it will have the embedding model for your query also, and the query vector will actually query the vector DB. Okay, so suppose you are querying for like with the 03, there is a information stored about the automobile, and in your the information stored about the AI or ML, but in your question it is RAG. So RAG will have kind of closure, or it is kind of semantic search or similarity matching, right? So it is one of the framework basically in the AI retrieval-augmented generation, right? So it is related. So it may fetch the information of AI. Okay, so if the AI information is there and the RAG is is there in your query, then it will look for that, and there will be like, if it has a same match, then it will give the information as is. If it is like closer, maybe it is closer, 03 is close to 01, or here it is, then it will get the information and will be retrieved here. 07 is there, or if it is not there, then it will look around this basically, and it will form the answer accordingly. If it is, suppose 07 is not here, and then it will look for the 08. Okay, based on like how many possibility you are actually having in your business logic, right? So how many never you want to find in the semantic search. So information is retrieved from the vector DB, okay, and then it will be added to your query, and then it will go to the, it will become the context, and your LLM will now have user query and the context, okay, the chunks 1 2 3, okay. So the chunks information will be here, and this is the embedding, okay. So this will have the chunks, and now it will generate. So based on your chat GPT or whatever model you are using, large language model, then the prompt plus a retrieved context, this is the prompt, and the retrieved context will be input to the LLM, and then based on this prompt and retrieved context, okay, it will be generating the response, and it is actually using the retrieved knowledge and provide citation, and then give the response back to the user, okay. RAG improves accuracy, or whatever information is there in the retrieved in the or stored in the vector DB, it will get that information and prepare the answer. If it doesn't find, then it will find in the internet some close match, and it will give you the response, final response. You can also restrict your LLM. If the information is not found in the RAG or internal DB, don't give any answer to the user. Just say I don't know. Okay, that can also be implemented in the RAG. Okay, so I hope you have liked the explanation here. Just post a question if you didn't understand any of the thing. I will be uploading more and more videos around RAG and how we are actually implementing it using the LangChain. That I will cover in the next video. Okay, so you can like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to this channel for more updates on AI and automation related stuff, and DevOps and Dev, of course. All right, so key components of RAG. So user query, a retriever, search system, knowledge base, doc, PDF, DB, and generator LLM. So user query, this is the user query. Okay, what are the benefits of RAG? And these are the retriever search system. So you are searching from in the vector DB using the query editor through embedding model. All your queries will be converted to the tokens, and then query vector will have the based on this query vector, there will be semantic search will be made, and similarity matching will be performed. And knowledge base, it will be searching, because you are storing your knowledge base splitting, and you are adding that knowledge base to the vector DB basically, right, into the embedding vector, and that vector will be stored, the information will be stored in the vector DB. And the generator, that is LLM, okay, with prompt and retrieved context, it will be generating the final response and give the final response to the user in the given kind of given interface, right? It might be a Grady or some whatever front end you are using for that sake. So we have discussed the key component of RAG, and then the simple question, what is the company leap policy? Okay, so this information will not be available publicly, right? So you have to implement RAG for this. So retriever finds the HR document, and LLM generate answer based on only on that document, so that it will not hallucinate, and it can give the employee more relevant information, right? As in when they have any doubt or have any query regarding the company's leap policy. Or this information can also be available to the public if they are using your company's chatbot. All right, so benefit of RAG, more accurate answer we have discussed, okay, because it will not hallucinate, and it will look into the internal database, so it will be able to give the accurate answer. Reduce hallucination, okay, we can control the hallucination, okay. And access to the updated information, as the LLM might be trained till 2025 or 2024. Then with the help of for implementation of RAG, we can give LLM access to the internal database, and then it will be able to fetch the latest information for the user. Work with the private company data, this is the source of information, okay. So these are the data source, right? Might be companies proprietary private data basically. So where is RAG used? Benefit of RAG we have discussed. Where is RAG used? Chatbots, customer support system, enterprise search tools, or AI assistant, okay. So those, they will require more accurate information. Okay. You don't want to mislead your user, right? If they are looking for company's credit card, company's policy, or some help regarding the or benefit of the credit card and all that, right? So you will be able to provide the information, accurate information, using the RAG. Then RAG versus traditional LLM. Traditional LLM answer from the trained memory. Okay, so it will start hallucinating when it doesn't have any right match or proper information available for the query user may ask. With the RAG, answer using external verified data. Okay, so LLM will have the access, or will have LLM with RAG will be able to uh, you know able to perform or will be able to generate more accurate response, because it has access to the internal database. So RAG is kind of smarter plus safer AI. If you want to implement AI in safer or a smarter way, then use RAG. Okay, smarter plus safer AI equal to RAG. Summary: a RAG improves AI with a real-time knowledge, combines retrieval plus generation, and essential for business AI application. Okay, so we have seen RAG improves AI with real-time knowledge. Okay, when we have access to the internal data source, it will be able to provide the real-time knowledge, and then it combines retrieval, and then it generates. Okay, and essential for business AI application. I hope you have liked the explanation and learned a lot from this video. If you find this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more easy to understand AI content, and also the content on the QA automation, DevOps, and Dev. All right, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and keep learning.